Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
Ain't supposed to be laying
Call the
there.
damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Black Betty had a child.
Damn ambulance.
The damn thing gone wild.
Damn ambulance.
Said a word, not a mind.
The ambulance.
The damn thing gone blind. Bam, lamb.
Damn ambulance. Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
Ain't supposed to be laying
Call the
there.
damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Black Betty had a child.
Damn ambulance.
The damn thing gone wild.
Damn ambulance.
Said a word, not a mind.
The ambulance.
The damn thing gone blind. Bam, lamb.
Damn ambulance. Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there?
Ain't supposed to be
Call
laying
the
there.
damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Whoa, Black Betty.
Damn ambulance.
Black Betty had a child.
Damn ambulance.
The damn thing gone wild.
Damn ambulance.
Said a word, not a mind.
The ambulance.
The damn thing gone blind. Bam, lamb.
Hit the road, Black, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Black, and don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Black, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Black, and don't you come back no more. Oh Whitey, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest damn honky that I've ever seen. I guess if you said so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
I don't have very much, but I've got HIV. I must stay
How are we all doing, guys? What an exciting day it's been. An exciting day that completely fucked up my flow. Let me tell you that. Woo! This was supposed to be so organised. It's not going to be very organised.
Just want quick answers from you. Who is your favourite author?
Hitler.
Who's your favourite female author?
I thought I had it all together, but I was led astray. The day you walked away, you were the clock that was ticking in my heart. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and
Love
gentlemen,
so hard to find.
we got him.
Changed like the weather. When you look in the face, all that I say.
But let it not be said that only niggers can dance. I can dance too. Welcome to the Randy Hour.
There's no doubt about it, Aussies love a party. And a chance for a bit of outback fun.
Hi, my name's Tim Borland. Today we're going to talk about how to jog. And when jogging, there are several things that you want to think of just in a basic format as you're getting ready to head out and hit the road. Some good things to think about, really important, starting with the feet. You want to make sure you have good footwear. When you're running, we want to make sure that your stride is comfortable and it's in control, that your feet are coming down in front of you. You want your stride length not to be too long, you want it to be comfortable so that you're coming down. It's really good to come down on the flats of your feet and not so much on the heel. And so you can actually look down at your feet oftentimes when you're jogging and see how you're doing with your foot placement. You want really your midsection all the way up to be fairly relaxed. It's really good to save your energy and direct it to your legs and to the areas that you need. So you want to try to keep a firm midsection, but kind of around. Your core is going to support you, but you want your shoulders, you want your chest, you want your neck, things to be relaxed. What you'll find is you do want to have your arms bent and you want to have an arm swing. It's really difficult to jog with your hands dropped by your side. You can try it sometime. If you go jogging, you can try dropping your arms. Again, you want your arms to be up and about a 90 degree in your elbow, and as you swing from the shoulders, this will, again, it'll help drive you and propel you as you're jogging. But then as you move up into the neck and the face, you want to stay relaxed. You want your head to be centered over your body, even leaning forward a little bit. You don't want your head to be back or to be dropped forward. Don't tuck your chin down. Just keep an upright form as you're running.
And why are they cracking up so much every time they hear the word jogging? Well, it was so great that Jim came on earlier today, because this bit is going to be twice as funny.
I found a drop that we can appreciate in a completely new light now.
Really gets the old noggin jogging.
No. Can you just
nigger jogging?
Can you just cut that to jogging? Yeah, there you go.
Jogging.
There you go. So, what is it you do here?
Jogging.
Hey, yeah. What are you doing in our street?
Jogging.
Hey, you! I want to ask you what you're doing here.
What's all that? What are you doing with all that shit in your pockets, nigger?
Jogging.
What's that hammer for?
Jogging.
What are those boots for?
Jogging.
Hey, boy, come here, boy. What you doing here?
Jogging.
This is the clip we're going to send to the guys there. Like this part. Yeah. Like, post this.
Yeah, this is your defense right here. This is your defense. Audio found. Audio like parabolic mics like picked up the conversation. Hey boy, come here. What's that hammer for?
Jogging.
What are those boots for?
Jogging.
What do you think? What do you think you're doing? Grabbing the barrel of my shotgun?
Jogging.
What are you doing? Sauntering away with your shirt all bloody?
Jogging.
All right, sorry.
Well, like his last steps, what was he doing?
Jogging.
Jogging right towards the pavement.
Oof.
Oh shit.
That's
Fellow
big.
joggers.
Oh, remember when these were funny?
That's jogging.
Jogging.
Yeah, remember when the Trump drops were funny? I do remember that.
Where's my African American over here?
Jogging.
Oh, that's where he is.
So there's a jog tomorrow. Do you see this? They're
See
doing
the
like a
humidity?
memorial jog.
No, they're calling it running. This
Are they
man was
go-
a jogger.
No,
And
he
they're going to
wasn't
remember
running. He
him
was
by
jogging. Running? No, jog.
Well, we'll be returning to this later because these guys did a pretty damn solid breakdown of the entire incident and some of the things leading up to it. But we're not just going to play Tedious today, as tempting as that is. You know, I feel grudgingly obligated to try and interject, some content of my own rather than just completely rip off the Tedious boys there. But that is some fucking solid gold.
Jogging.
Those boats for
Jogging.
What do you think? What do you think you're doing? Grabbing the barrel of my shotgun?
Jogging.
Oh, well, we're not just talking about joggers. We got other sorts of people who really ought to meet the end of a shotgun. Because this is, thank you T-Clips for this. This is ever more relevant today than ever before.
Been blown out. Oh no, the almighty juice of Kiwi Farms has determined I am a lol cow. He will ruin my employment prospects and bully me into suicide.
Yes, well, we'll see about that. Alrighty. Let's get rolling. Oh, see, look, I'm out of content already. Brrr. Content go brrr. Ah. Well, actually, no, we do have content. In fact, we've got snooper-duper chats to start with. Oh. Well, I can't go past that one. It is obligatory.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Ho ho, readers escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Ah, always good. But it's time for dinging. Everyone loves those dings. But don't worry, I do actually have more content to come. I was just lying to you, as I always do, because I never have no content. I have dynamic content generation. And here we go. Opening up my money. My money, which I made off the internet. It's very immoral. Highly unprincipled. Senpai Kun sent me $18. Blood African diamond dollars. Completely and utterly unworthy dollars that nobody should ever receive off the internet. 18 filthy grifters right there into my pocket. And he says, preview of upcoming blood sports. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, I'll cue that up. Don't sing over me. Oh, it's only 18 seconds. Wow. That's my new going rate team as my grifting grows, as my nose elongates and my facial features become more rat-like. That's my new going rate. 1 filthy internet dollar per second of footage. $18, 18-second clip.
静かなご飯の森の陰から静かなご飯の森の陰してんじゃねえ落ち着け臨床だ早く逃げろ飛んでみピンク
That's the going rate. You want to send shit like that to me? $18. $18, team. Alrighty, here we are. Oh no, it's Drexel. Thank you, Drexel. I'm glad that you've become such a fast fan of the show. And it says, fellow white alert. Oh dear. Always got to know what Whitey's up to, team. You never fucking know what Whitey's up to. Oops. Sorry, boom at it. Fancy that. As white people, could we help black people by harassing white people jogging or having a picnic or sitting in their backyards? Maybe they feel the need to be nervous just living their lives. Sleep whore, therapist, atheist, living blue in a red state, resist, Black Lives Matter, Warren 2020. Oh dear. This does appear to be a fellow white. Oh, and there we go, just banging on the... Oh, you've got to make it harder than that. Come on, team. You've got to make it harder than that. Honestly, I only ever dreamed of being Jewish. Alright, I think that's it for now. Just those two? Just those two? How am I supposed to internet grift without my blood coins? Without my internet shekels. My immoral dollars. This is terrible, team. Fucking 2 out of 10. Worst grift ever. Alright, but speaking of grifting and gay ops and all that, I got sent something from an anonymous source. Now, let me read out the DM this was. If you want to leak this, it's time for the truth to come out. I sent it to a couple of people because Dick can't keep getting away with it. And I replied, haha, what's this? I'm actually cooking pancakes while listening to Jim. He says, it's a leak of Hack the Movies, and I am talking about Dick. It is a private conversation. I hope it doesn't get out. Well, I can't reveal my sources. But I will note that the movie's literally called Riley. Hack the Movies Ops.wave. So you may be able to figure out who that came from. He's hidden his tracks well. I don't know what this is, actually. I haven't listened to it. Oh, what the fuck? Thanks, Riley. I mean, thanks, anonymous source. You gotta be shitting me. I gotta fucking download it? What can I say, team? It's just one of those days where the gay ops, rather than never stopping, they never seem to get off the ground. This poor guy can't even gay op himself. Alright, is it downloading? Are the gay ops downloading? Alright, the gay ops are downloading. That's gonna take a couple of minutes though. Actually, no, it's gonna take a couple of seconds. Let's dance. Let's dance while we wait.
There's no doubt about it, Aussies love a party. And a chance for a bit of outback fun.
Alright, here we go. Ah, spinning circles. I love them.
So yeah, I saw Jamie's Medium post got taken down. Did you see that?
No.
I think it was. Well, I think it's because she's stupid enough to put full names in it, and that's against platform TOSs for people.
Yeah.
It's not just a dictator thing. People just like to.
I thought this was going to be a funny clip. 10 fucking minutes, Riley. Jesus Christ, this shit better be funny.
Not have platform TOSs on. I admin a bunch of like the Wang Facebook group that I admin.
Yeah.
People report all day like it's their job, like they're heroes for doing it.
Oh, I forget that I'm an admin of a red letter group until people report someone, and it's always for something stupid. So I usually ban whoever did the reporting, and then I leave the post up.
Yeah, no, that's what we do too.
Yeah.
Roll out all the Facebook groups that I work with.
Jamie's leak was weird. Like that whole post was just weird, and it did like nothing. Like nothing she said was really. I don't know. It didn't seem that bad to me.
Dude, she has to know funnier shit about him that she could leak, right?
There has to. There.
He makes $1 million in the piano. That's hilarious.
I'm sorry. Wait. $1 million. What are you talking about? $1 million in the piano. What are you talking about?
He has the Patreon. Okay. Oh my god. All right. So, did you play piano when you were there? You know the piano streams?
I saw the piano, but we were mostly when I was there. We were mostly downstairs. I didn't like go. Yeah, I didn't play the piano.
Well, we were there for a party, so you know.
Jesus Christ, Riley. You better be more interesting when you come on the show tomorrow. This is terrible.
Dick likes to get festive.
Yeah.
When he opened the lid, I guess he does this at all of his parties. He opened the lid and he took out the briefcase to set it up for everybody before he started playing.
Yeah.
He has $1 million. It's the Patreon. It's got like a Patreon logo on the top of the briefcase, and it's just $1 million.
Oh my god! No way.
Yeah, dude, fucking great.
I mean,
so much fun with it.
That's like I don't know how much pianos cost. I would never like mess with a piano, so I wouldn't even have thought to even look there. Not that I was looking, but that's a great place because if you don't play piano, you're not touching a piano. That's the perfect place to leave it.
I didn't know you could put stuff in the lid thing. I thought it was just the whole piano was there, and then you open the lid to change the sound. But I didn't know you could put stuff in the piano. I guess I'm not a pianist. I'm not a pianist.
I don't think you're supposed to put stuff in a piano.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he mentioned the Matic.
Alright, Riley. I'll grudgingly let you off the hook for this one because I noticed nowhere in your profile does it say comedian. Well, we're gonna start pressing some extra doubt on that. Oh, what a disappointment. That was highly disappointing. Speaking of disappointments, let me just briefly open the cube. And by the way, if anyone does want to call in, if anyone's got some hot takes about last night, not last night, of the events of the last 2 or 3 hours, do feel free, because nobody got to do call-ins on the watch party. So if you got something burning to get off your chest, here's your opportunity. Just hop there in the cube entrance room. See, Bully Ranger's already there. I'll drag you in a tick. Let's just have a quick whip around with the panel. Hello, panel.
Hey.
How are we all doing?
Black History Month came early.
Oh, Black History Month did come early. In fact, might just pop that footage on a roll there in the background while we chat. So, Black History, huh? What do you know about it?
Did they invent the hammer?
I always go jogging with a hammer and my Timberlands, and I go wandering through construction sites, and I always jog. I always make sure to jog 86 miles away from my home.
You can't keep up with the other noggins jogging.
Really gets the old noggins jogging, doesn't it? I think that noggin will never jog again.
I am thoroughly enjoying the I run of mod hashtag. I run of Ahmad. I run of mod.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Riley sent it to me while I was cooking pancakes for Mother's Day, and he goes, I've got some real docs on Dick Masterson." Of course, it was all tongue in cheek. I said, "All right, I'll have a look at it." I thought it was like just going to be a 1-minute funny thing. No, you just.
How many hits can Dick Masterson take?
I don't know. Well, you got to crush that dick with a rock. Maximum pain he must endure.
Images, an image and links of part of the hashtag. It's hilarious.
All right. As usual, I've just got to scroll through 120 million anti-Semitic images.
Thank you. You work so hard.
I know. No, this is all a shit show. I had such plans. I had such plans, team. This was going to be a very well put together, very slick operation. I had this vision in my head. I was gonna play the boys' analysis while interposing it with various things, stopping to spin off and elaborate on topics. It was gonna be great. I tell you what, T, you're getting ripped off. The show you're watching is not the show that was in my head. The show that was in my head, 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Really knocked it out of the park. So
Can I just draw attention to the firepower that was required to take that guy down? I have had zombies in Resident Evil take less firepower before they'd hit the ground. Just for all the 9mm advocates out there.
First shot didn't hit him.
Well, it's
the noggin joggin grabbed the shotgun and it went off in the guy's hands as he was trying to pull it away. So just like discharged in a direction not pointed at him. It was pretty much the third shot that got him. Like there were 3 shots in total.
Yeah, even if we watch that and we say that only one shot hit him, that's a 12 gauge at point blank, and he continued lurching and jogging forward until his body gave.
Now, this was something we're actually going to discuss. Have you guys seen the greatest movie ever made on planet Earth?
Elaborate?
Yeah.
It's
I
called
have no zingers for you.
the greatest movie ever made in the history of mankind is a police training film called Surviving Edged Weapons.
I do remember this one.
I've seen that. I've seen it.
And they make it very, very clear in Surviving Edged Weapons that people who are mortally wounded by firearms fire, people who are going to drop dead within seconds, can and will still fucking kill you.
Yeah.
In fact, there's quite a few. They went over it a little bit. Well, the boys went over it a little bit, so we'll get to it eventually. There are many, many, many recorded incidents of the police arriving on scene to find both the victim and assailant dead.
Rip.
So who's this cocksucker? Is this one of these fake Episcopalian pastors? Now, for those who don't know, Episcopalianism is something that pretends to be Christian, but it really isn't Christian at all. Oh yeah, here, Red Letter Christians and 9 others liked this comment. Shane Claiborne ran 6 miles today, thinking of our brother armed robbery every step. I fucking love how the guy's actual name is armed robbery.
You can't make that shit up.
You cannot make that shit up. It's fucking right there. Thinking of our brother armed robbery every step. I kneeled in prayer at 2.23 miles to remember his murder on the... Well, you should have stopped every 12 meters. It was a 12 gauge.
Yup.
To remember his murder on 223.
Should have worn some proper shoes.
It was grey and cold and rained almost the whole time, which felt right. Let's grieve and cry and organise and take a selfie.
It's beautiful.
I love it. The second hand, I run with Maud. I run with armed. Well, he was running armed. He had a fucking hammer. Yeah, I love it. This is peak faggotry.
About that, are we on no naughty word time? Because you've got playback enabled.
I do have play. Shh. I don't have playback enabled. Shh. Nobody knows.
Oh right, yeah.
I didn't accidentally forget to turn that off. So shut up. All right. No worry. We'll get away with it. I keep getting away with it.
About joggers here and joggers.
YOLO.
We're only talking about joggers, so nobody's saying nigger, faggot, kike, or anything like that. All right, we're being good.
Of course. Sure. Got it.
Because there certainly isn't a whole bunch of faggots and kikes trying to defend this nigger.
I hate those.
This jogger, you mean, right?
This noggin jogging.
Yeah. Jogging noggin.
Because he knows he can't smile, but he doesn't look that sad.
No, he's pulling the I'm concerned and caring look. Basically, yeah. This is the faggot bugman face. This bespeckled fucking cocksucker is doing the I'm really sad face, but also like check out how cool and active I'm being. This is peak signaling. This is the virtue signal. Virtuesignal.jpg.
And it
feels
wouldn't look that bad if you got a fucking haircut and like dropped the glasses.
And stop being a faggot.
Yeah.
That's the important bit.
He'd look like a normal guy. Like what the fuck?
No, he could keep the look. He could keep his entire look. All he has to do is just stop being a faggot.
Well, yeah.
But that's always the hardest part, isn't it?
Sure.
Is this guy related to Destiny?
I'm sure in spirit. Now, speaking of Destiny and Vowshot, I did send my winged monkeys out there. I said, can you try and get some hilarious reacts from the usual suspects? But I'm not sure if they got back to me on that. Pond.
I'm sorry, it's too new. No one's really reacting other side of Twitter. I didn't find anything.
Are you telling me that Vorsh has not wobbled his be-testicled head from side to side over this event yet?
No, not really, to be honest.
Deeply disappointed.
That wasn't his bull that they shot.
I made such an underrated fucking post on Twitter, a reply on Twitter. Like this guy PPP, right? He's the guy who posts his butthole on streaming, right?
He is the butthole poster. That is correct.
Yeah. I remember that fucking picture. It just stuck in my mind for some fucking reason because that guy has saggy fucking balls. I remember that. I was like,
oh, that's yes. You did get the you got the full fruit bowl experience there. He didn't just show his butthole.
That's right up fucking Destiny's alley, isn't it?
There was so much more to see.
I mean, Destiny wanted the fucking saggy balls, right? He loved PPP.
So we just did see an incorrect post about the armed robbery shooting. Now here is a correct post from Tony Hovader. Hammer, check. Boots, check. Yep. It's jogging time. All right. Now, who do you think would be possibly trying to get in on this grift early and often, huh? Who could it possibly be? Not our good friend, Mr. Timothy Weiss. Not the notorious race baiter, I can't wait for all white men to die. Grifting Jew, Tim Weiss. He wouldn't possibly be trying to make a fuckload of hay out of this now, would he?
No way.
Well, I don't get it. A lot of people are signaling that the video came out of him walking into the garage on a construction site, and a lot of people are going, well, I go look in the windows of the construction site. Who the fuck walks into the garage where they typically keep all the tools? I mean,
look,
that's
we all
not
know.
normal behavior.
We all know what that nigger was doing. We don't even need to do the oh I wonder reacts. He was out robbing, and he got caught robbing. And then, like niggers do, is that they have that trial by combat thing. They have that idea that, well, if I just beat this guy and run off, I'll get away with it. So I'm just gonna grab this guy's shotgun, while the other guy, there's another guy in the back of the truck who's also armed. I'm gonna grab Whitey's shotgun, I'm gonna kill him, then I'm gonna run my dick. And as usual, that did not work.
Shock.
No, there have been police interviews conducted, where a black has actually killed or injured a police officer and fled the scene, and they're actually upset that other cops actually showed up and caught them. So like there's something fundamental to them. I defeated him in armed combat. Basically the cops are cheating because more of them show up. I won! I should get away with it.
But then on the flip side, you see a black guy losing to a white guy, and look how fast his buddies jump.
Yes, well, that's the great thing about being a hypocrite.
Oh yeah, even Bill Burr had a good bit about this, right? White guys are just absolutely fucking alone when there's a conflict.
Always.
But man, you get a black guy in a fight, and the whole fucking neighborhood is all over.
They are that applies for Mexicans too. I'm sure you heard this one. Fight one bean, you got to fight the whole taco.
Now, I've not heard that one, but it's true.
So 13 hours ago, Tim Weiss went and wrote something for Medium. What a huge surprise! And he's so proud of this fucking line. He big notes himself. This This piece, short and to the point, and with the most heartbreaking and true first line I've ever possibly read. Oh, he didn't actually write it himself. But even better. Like all black Americans, armed robbery was born a trespasser.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, what the... Should have thought about that. Like all black Americans, armed robbery was born a trespasser. They really are, Tim Weiss.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Like all black Americans, armed
Thank
robbery
you
was
so
born a
much.
jogger.
Oh dear. It appears that and this is I don't want to give the game away too much, but this is one of the things that one of the little points I do intend to bring up with Riley in our little discussion tomorrow, that your little gay op, the let me get back in the wagey cagey protests, they're feeding straight into this. One gay op feeds into another. So congratulations, your entire little fake and gay movement is now being associated with Trayvon 2.0. Because now we got Tim Weiss tweeting angry white people yelling at cops. Let me get back to my job! Alright, so the particular thing that I responded to Tim Weiss on, this is just a good example of, this is what Tim Weiss is doing at the moment. He's going full shitlib patrol. He's letting everyone know what the shot is, because Candace Owens stepped out of line. So Candace Owens tweets, armed robbery, and yes, I refuse to say his name properly. It's just going to be armed robbery. Armed robbery was caught on camera breaking into an unfinished property that was owned by Larry English. His mother has confirmed it's him in the video. Please stop with the just a jogger bullshit narrative. Avid joggers don't wear khaki shorts and stop to break into homes. No, he was walking in construction site. No break-in. The video doesn't show a crime. English had fishing equipment stolen at a different time, and none of it justifies being stopped by vigilantes. Is there any white person whose killing of a black person you'd condemn? So we go straight into the pill pull and bullshit. And I would love to be able to tell you that Tim Weiss is getting ratioed into oblivion. The only problem is that he's in the top tier of Jewish tricks, and with 128,000 zombies, he's guaranteed to always get a positive ratio of likes. Tim Weiss could say, "I just shat in my hand and ate it," and he'd get 1,000 likes.
Pretty much.
All right. But how are those comments going for him? By the way, he, of course, went on a fucking Twitch stream. Oh, Candace responded to him, too. Good for her. So, he's... let's just say... Tim Wise's actual engagement here is not going so well for him. But here's the usual shit libs. A construction site is private property. True, but I'm a white woman, and under the category of curious, I have walked onto many a construction site. No one shot me, threatened me, or said a word to me, so there's that. Yeah, because you probably know. That's the whole thing. Like,
saw you.
This is why it's always a losing game to like try and do the colorblind thing. Look, let's just be honest. A white woman poking around a construction site, you'd say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And probably go, "Oh, I was just looking around." All right, well, please don't look around. This is private property, man. But when you've got a fucking nigger, you go, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" Nothing. But he's not doing nothing. He's stealing. That's why he's there. Everyone fucking knows that. Everyone knows that.
I've never seen a white woman try to steal somebody's shotgun while getting it pointed at her.
It's just jogging. He was just hang on, let me pull that. What was he doing?
Get back, Karen.
What was he doing, team? He was
So what is it
good.
you do here?
Being a nigger.
Jogging.
just playing the
Okay, that too.
All right.
A jogging noggin.
A jogging noggin indeed. All right, now let's see. If we got some, we do. Unsurprisingly, we do have some gold coming in from images and links there. I hate joggers. No, I really think it's great. Like, I think this does give the opportunity to do one of those memes again. Remember when we were going to call them all Skypes and Googles? That hung around for a while. But joggers is now the new thing. And I did not know this until yesterday when the boys covered it. Guess what black people have been calling white people for a long time?
Can confirm.
Yes.
They call us joggers. And they call us joggers because, well, niggers are engaged in one of two activities. They're watching TV and they're watching white people jog past, or they're breaking the law. And so they just see white people run around. Black people don't do that shit unless they stealing. If they ain't stealing, they're in front of the telly.
Well, who's...
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Here's a good one. Let's just wait for this one. All this talk about joggers, and I'm like, it's the bikes.
The bikes, huh?
Well, as we just saw going through that tweet thing there, a jogger fucks up, and immediately a bike leaps to his defense.
It was a cyclist all along.
They're always cycling. There's always a perpetual cycle.
Gee whiz.
Knew it.
And those bikers are always talking about car privileges.
They are. They need their own bike lanes.
They get
and
their own
everything.
lanes, and they still complain about the white cars.
It's all fucking coming together.
The
Rand.
white cars don't get their own dedicated lane. A bike can pretend to be a car anytime it likes. But if cars don't get the same privileges as bikes. Bikes get to go places that cars never get to go. A bike's allowed to do just about anything. You can find a bike in just about any environment, and you're not really allowed to question what it's doing there or what its motivation is. Quite frankly, I'm sick of bike supremacy.
Like this one comment by SDGSDHAA. Notice how the bikes always wear those goofy outfits?
You notice how the news media is always talking about how bikes should replace us?
No,
This is true.
Joggers are supposed to replace us.
No, they say like the inner city belongs to bikes.
Oh yeah, the social engineering.
They do say that though.
They say more and more we should make it. We should just price white cars out of the inner city. It's a place for bikes only. And you find that white cars are just pushed further and further out into the suburbs, while the bikes just basically own the inner cities. Bikes can do whatever they want without being questioned. But you see a white car in the middle of the city, and it's just like that's not your environment. That's not where you're supposed to be. What are you doing here, white car? Bikes only.
They make it so easy to run a bike too.
I've been noticing a lot more visible bikes lately. But people get upset when you notice the bikes. I said, why do you even care? Why are you paying attention to the bikes? It doesn't matter what the bikes are doing. The bikes aren't up to anything. There isn't an international cyclist conspiracy.
I see it. We're on to you.
PPP is talking about you on his stream, Rand. Oh, I'm sure that will delight his 20 listeners. All right.
Wait, he even has a stream? Did he get banned on YouTube?
This
or
is
some
still
shit recently.
well, he probably will. Oh, his stream did get banned, yeah, and boy, was he bitching hard on that to Jim, and then Jim caught him out in a contradiction, which was quite funny. So, did anyone on the panel actually get to see the?
Oh yeah.
That was something. That really made my morning.
I don't think they care though. I think it doesn't matter if it, the whole. They're just looking to waste people's time. And
They are looking to waste people's time. In fact, I had a little theory on that. I was so proud of it. I went and I went and noted it down.
They knew that the whole theory didn't wash. They didn't give a shit. It was just enough to get traction.
Yeah, it's all about traction. But I was thinking more about the mindset of the people who follow this sort of thing. So you would have seen every single chat, like my chat the other night as well, was getting flooded with them, and they just post the same shit over and over again. So what's a good example? Well, let's actually go and pull up. Let's actually go and pull up their side of the stream there. Oh yeah, he is streaming right now. Hi PPP. I see that Godwinson, he really did just hand his whole channel over to PPP. So let's have a look here. So here was his live stream, and of course he's like towards the end of it, he was just getting smacked, absolutely smacked on the nose like a naughty puppy by Jim. And if we go and have a look at the chat,
The fucking stream with Jim and only has 4,000 views.
yeah, but it only streamed 4 hours ago, and it was on PPP's thing. Most people were watching it on. I think Jim streamed it on his side.
No,
Can't
I
confirm
didn't.
that. He didn't?
You see, well, there are too many gamer words, and Jim doesn't like gay
Jim.
options.
All right, Jim was avoiding that one. But I think there were a hell of a lot of people watching it on both the Entropy and D Live on Ralph's side of things. I was listening to the stream. So you had Nick and Dick in there as well, riffing on it. It was good stuff.
Caused all these drifters to exist in the
let me
first
just
place.
turn down the volume there. So what do you see rolling through this chat here?
You don't understand, Rand. Tatter says it's just jogger we're provoking joggers.
Those joggers. Yeah, can I pop this out?
I like Dame Redacted's take in chat. He says for people being so against e-celebs. I don't have two things open, but you can see what he says.
Yeah, for people who claim to be to be on this crusade against e-celebs, they sure are obsessed with them.
That's weird. The chat thing shut out. Let me just refresh it. The general point of this, and the point I'm going for here, is you'll just see the same thing repeated over and over again by the same people. Like they will just sit there for literally 2 hours, just copy pasting PPP1, James, various things like that. And I was thinking, so what is the mentality of not so much just the people themselves, but they're dedicated little group of 20 or 30 people. What is the motivation? What do they get out of lying, basically? Because
children.
Well, there's children. I think it's more than that. I think there is actually a dopamine feedback
Retarded
loop.
children.
No, but hear me out here. I think it's more intrinsic. You see, they can't achieve. I mean, that's very clear. I mean, it's very clear that people like PPP and that, like, they can't make it, and they know they never will, which is what sets them up to, like, have that sort of animosity to people who do. Like, they hate Dick with a passion. Why is that? They don't give a fuck about him banging some broad. They hate him because they hate him. And they can't engage in... Oh, I've gone and fucked myself up. Basically, let me start again. I call this a Jewish ecstasy. It's the joy of having this, being part of a group that is deliberately telling a lie and pushing it on to people who know it's false. Having their way. See, the highest ecstasy that a Jew experiences in his life is dominating the goyim. But what if you're a goyim? What if you're one of these sort of sad, atomized people like PPP is? You'll never be able to have Jewish ecstasy. You'll never be able to be part of an inner circle that dominates and tricks a larger group, frustrates them, always wins. So how do you have a sort of ersatz replication of that? Well, you find something that's small to medium-sized, and you cause trouble and do gay ops for it, and then you go there and you flood it with a whole bunch of lies, stuff that you know is untrue, Stuff that you know that intrinsically annoys people who know that it's false. And you do it over and over again. And you get to feel like you're part of a little group because now you are. And you get to harass and dominate, or at least replicate dominating, a larger group. It is Jewish ecstasy. And anyone can do it. All you have to do is be willing to be dishonest and malicious. And then you too can be a Jew. A fake one on the internet, but a Jew nonetheless. This is just my little theory that I've been working on. And I do like the title, Jewish Ecstasy. I think it does explain the mentality behind these sorts of little groups, the little groups that form in various places and assemble themselves under various figureheads. This is Zoom's audience. This is Godwinson's audience, PPP audience. Little Jews, little fake Jews on the internet, experiencing Jewish ecstasy by deliberately pushing forward something that's fake and gay. Anyone can be a Jew, but only on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
A while back, Mark Collett was on the Kill stream talking about something like this. I don't remember what one of these types who was trying to do. Maybe he was having a go at Ralph or something. But he said something a little bit similar, though, a bit more sympathetic.
Sorry, I'm just sorry, not to interrupt. I'm just gonna have the fat guy bouncing around on mute while you talk. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's very appropriate. So you'll have people who, I don't know if there's a word for this, but you know the word for what they always try to turn people into, which is lolcow, right? They're always trying to turn everybody into the next Chris Chan, and that's the thing. There seems to be a lot of people who really loved the Chris Chan days, which are not entirely gone, but you know they're long ago, and you can't really keep milking that cow forever. But they're not done, right? They still need their next fix. So they spread out and they look for who's the next person who's going to create internet drama, or who's the next person that we can just entertain ourselves by making fun of forever and ever and ever until that gets boring. And I think I feel the same way about this as Mark Collett did when he said, you know, you can't force a good joke. You can't force lightning to strike twice. You just, you know, you got to enjoy the time you had. And if you really think you've come across another lolcow, then just let it happen organically. But don't try to scrounge around. Don't try to minesweep the entire internet looking for the next lolcow to dig up, because it's just going to be you.
Okay, what is a lolcow? Let's get that definition.
It's
something you can milk for laughs. You can milk it for laughs.
It's a reliable source of comedy. So, like, you got
who is
like
a
Chris.
lolcow?
Well, Chris Chan is the example of that, because he continued to be one for years. But a lolcow, I guess one of the more important.
Anybody's a lolcow. No,
not anyone. There are certain qualities that sort of upgrade the beef of the cow, as it were. So, like, grade A beef for years and years was Chris Chan. Not just because he was consistently, like, a fucking human wreckage, but he would actually interact with the people who would troll him. And so he would react in a negative fashion, and that would actually propel him to do even more stupid and retarded things. I think to the point where Josh Moon is now actually like trying to rehabilitate him or something like that, because he feels sorry for him for the years and years of. Well, I think Josh actually gave up at some point. He said, "I tried, but there's no saving him." I think just from memory, I think Josh said, "This is what's going to happen. His mother's very sick. She's going to die in a couple of years. Chris Chan cannot. He is not functional. Like, he's like codependent at best. So when his mother dies, Chris is either going to die or going to end up institutionalized. Like, because he's not a functional human being. He cannot live by himself."
That just sounds fucked up.
Oh, if you're not familiar with Chris Chan... Well, actually, no. Only somebody who is unfamiliar with Chris Chan would say that sounds fucked up. Yeah, no, he's...
this guy's fucking retarded and can't function.
The good ship Sanity sailed a decade ago for Chris Chan. Now he's fucked.
That's terrible. I don't know.
No,
I just feel like the whole
it's really not. If you don't know who who's that guy who does the whiteboard videos explaining things? He recently did one on Animorphs, but he did it about Chris Chan a while back. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I'm morbidly curious about watching someone do a whiteboard on Animorphs, so.
Yes. It's called I Forgive You, and I think it's the same guy who does it. He gets a bunch of buddies together. They kind of do like a Red Letter Media-esque kind of breakdown on like if you missed an internet thing, here it is. It's not quite Internet Historian in its presentation because it's just a bunch of guys in a room going over a thing like almost everybody in the room doesn't know except for the presenter, but I can't remember for the life of me the guy's name. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, Faust is reminding me of a thing. Yes, is that the zip file that you sent me, Pond? 100,
yes.
1,000. Right, because I was like, what is in this thing? Let me pull this over.
So how many people need to circle around a locale in order for you to be a locale? What's the criteria?
It's really heavy stuff. I assume you want to do it for another time.
Oh, I just realized when my internet my file explorer popped up on the screen, there's probably about 30 or 40 people who just paused the frame there to go through it. Like, what's wrong? What are Rand's files? They're going to be very disappointed. They're just a whole bunch. Let me have a look here. Strike and Mike set up for Might and Magic 7.1. God!
You don't have docs in your files.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Oh, they're gonna wonder what the hell this one was. There's a file that's just called Misery. Sorry, that's actually a mod for Stalker.
It's miserable.
Actually, eventually I did actually find that mod to be miserable. It added in a whole bunch of nice weapon models and stuff like that. But Misery is like literally cranked up to be. I think it's one of those mods where I'm trying to find a way to describe it, because I do eventually want to do some content on mods. Misery is very interesting in which like they created a mod which has so many features that you want to play it, but they also made it like fantastically unfun to play by cranking the artificial difficulty up. It's like, look at all this shiny shit that you could potentially play in our mod, where we've made it basically impossible to play the game. Like you walk out of the starting area and you just fucking die. Oh, that's fun. But potentially you could play with all these custom weapons we put in the game. Psych, you'll never get that far in.
But Rand, just get good.
Well, I mean, Stalker's one of those games where the difficulty curve goes from like 0 to 100, but then after you get some gear, it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, once you actually, that is one of the things. Once you actually get a decent rifle that will actually hit things from more than 10 meters away, then you are on the path. But Misery just basically... the biggest problem with Misery, apart from just having the absolutely absurd... Like, they cranked radiation up, so it's like almost instantly lethal. They made it impossible to fight the controllers because they just thought, you know what, we'll make it more challenging. Extend the psi field that the controllers have, and also crank it up so it like kills you in a second flat. It is literally impossible to fight them, like in a building or something like that, because you just die in the next room over. And a whole lot of cheap one shots. So like there'll be like 3 pixels, 400 meters away, and all of a sudden you just get the game over screen because the guy just fucking a random mook just one-shotted you from 400 meters away. That's realistic, but it is not fun.
Sounds about right.
Are we still talking about joggers?
He did not get shot from 400 meters away. No, it's just trying to find where the fuck I downloaded this thing. Yep, go ahead.
It's a channel called The Procrastinators, 3 words. And if you're looking for, if you're looking for Chris Chan, there's something in there called the Chris Chan 101. Now, these are all deep dives. These are going to be like an hour at the least.
All right.
But if you're ever,
we're not gonna play that on the stream.
yeah, it's a good resource for anybody who's looking for like anything they slept on in internet culture. If you hear about something that a lot of people seem to know about, these guys cover most of it. And they do it in kind of like a soot house or like red letter kind of fashion. So it'll be entertaining and informative.
All right. Well, I might check him out later. Oh, there we are. I finally found the fucking thing. This is this thing is fucking huge.
That's what she said.
Heyo. She did. Heyo.
Deutsch. Hey, we got off track though. We were talking about the mind of a faggot that stalks people online and.
Oh, yes, we were. Hang on, let me just pump the volume up. Boy, he moves around a lot for a fat guy.
Work. He's a broken down, balding, fucking middle-aged man who comes on the internet and tries to pretend he's cool, but he hasn't.
I mean, I kind of remember him signaling about how he's a Christian now, or maybe a fake Christian, and I think that might.
No, he's Jewish.
Why he has a hard on with Dick.
Yeah, what happened to his fucking? What happened to his Israeli flag?
No, look, it's part of PPP's thing. Like, a lot of kikes do this. He knows that people just hate him. Like, he knows that he's unlikable. Don't think for a second that he's deluded. I
think he's likable, to tell you the truth. I don't think he's that bad.
In a Chris Chan kind of way. But no, here's the thing: the obnoxious Christianity
it's funny enough.
is like people are gonna hate my guts, so I'm gonna associate myself with things that I don't like. So he LARPs as an evangelistic Christian, and it worked because as you saw with the when he was on Nick's stream the other night. There are all these people going like, oh, what? This is a fucking evangelistic Christian. Like, people are sending in super chats going, I'm an evangelistic Christian and I just want to apologize for this guy. No, don't apologize for this guy. He's a kike.
I don't think I think he's just a pathological liar, though.
Yeah, as I said, he's Jewish.
So, same thing then. Jesus.
Anyone can be Jewish on the internet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing. Anyone can be Jewish on the internet, but he is actually a Hebrew.
Yeah.
But as I said, the malfunctioning Hebrews are always the most fun ones. You know, the ones that
I think he is one of those, though.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely malfunctional. But you do get the ones occasionally, the ones who just, there's something, I think it might have something to do with, like, their generations of inbreeding. They do marry their cousins. That you get the ones which are a little bit wired incorrectly, so they can't maintain the mask. They let it slip too much. Like, oh, you goyim, and fucking shit like that. They're too overt. They don't play the game like Tim Weiss does. Most people.
What if he's worse than a Jew? What if he's a wannabe?
Your average normie doesn't know that Tim Weiss is actually Jewish. That is peak subversion.
Well, I mean, that kind of reminds me of that one gay jogger that was on that California campus. It's like a video that's almost 10 years old, and like he's yelling at this preacher, and he's like actually calling him goyim and saying that Christians are responsible.
Yeah, and that is the sort of malfunctioning Jew that I'm talking about. When they let the mask slip, I used to consider Laura Loomer to be a malfunctioning Jew, except it looks like there was a bit more behind that. But of course her
that's Congresswoman Loomer to you.
Yeah, that is. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be Congresswoman Loomer to you, buddy, very soon. Oh, but yeah, her lolcow moments. Antifa slashed my tires. I'm gonna handcuff myself to the Twitter building. So that's a malfunctioning kike.
You think Joe Biden will push her against the wall?
I don't think Joe Biden is capable
your bloomers, Miss Loomer.
I don't think Joe Biden is capable of pushing more than a 30 beats per minute heartbeat at this point. Which is exactly why a lot of people want him to be president. Though there are some moves. There are some moves to replace him. I don't know if you've spotted this recently. The Democrats are thinking of getting in a dark horse to run, because it's they were more than happy with senile Biden, except it's becoming apparent that Biden is Biden might not make it to the podium. If you've seen some of his recent news interviews, he gone. Like he is on the way out. So they're looking for a different one. And you may think, boy, this is late in the piece, isn't it? They think like they got to be settled in on Biden because it's going to be a tough fight against Trump. May not be as tough a fight as you think. Trump did get a initial surge in popularity with the corona thing, but it's actually hurting him bad now. Trump is no longer guaranteed a second term. It's not looking too good. But not that it matters. Because Trump was never your guy. Nope. And he's about to let Israel just openly annex what's left of Palestine now.
Bikers for Trump is making sense right about now.
I'm gonna leave the country.
And go where?
Australia or Russia.
No,
one of the two.
The bikes were always for Trump. That's the interesting stuff. If we'd known now what we knew about Trump, then I don't think people would have been as excited for him in 2016. But it turns out he's been a proud cyclist for decades.
Hey, Master
Florida and chat says fuck off, we're full. I'll bring the chicken salt or whatever salt you want.
Well, whatever salt I want. Well, it's just going to be chicken salt, isn't it?
Steak salt, chicken salt,
all right,
emu salt, whatever you need. I'll get it. It'll be my entry fee.
All right.
Bike lover Trump.
He is. He loves the bikes. Now, it turns out, like all throughout his business career, there was not a bike that Trump did not like taking for a ride. And great, I can't open this fucking thing that you sent me because I'm a boomer and I didn't install WinZip.
We got Bronx Faggot in chat.
Yeah, he'll do that. Why aren't you hanging out with your real pal, Bronx? Your fellow.
Sorry,
yeah, go ahead.
You don't have 7-zip?
No, haven't put it on.
Jay Worst 89 says Bronx the jogger lover.
Oh, Bronx loves those joggers. Bronx is literally a jogger lover. Bronx got AIDS from loving joggers.
I know. You can't get AIDS to him. He's already dead, Bronx. It's too late.
All right, we should do a little bit more of this jogging content. Though, what was interesting is when I briefly put the audio on of the bouncing fat Jew, he was insulting someone else's physical appearance. Don't you like that? That this fucking carnival clown. Like, I just randomly select some audio of him, and he's bagging out someone's physical appearance. Looks like he's cutting sick at the moment. He's very animated. Let's see what he's talking about.
You were such a punk bitch prison prag that they just let you get raped by the brothers. They didn't even have your back, even though you gave great head and you swallowed cum like Gator swallows yours. You still were raped and your dignity taken from you and made void.
It is amazing.
That was fucking disgusting.
This guy is so Canadian, it's funny.
I know. And he's not Canadian. He's an international cosmopolitan. He happens to inhabit Canada. He's not a Canadian.
Kike, but still.
Well, let me tell you this. So, like, if you cut him, he probably would bleed maple syrup. Not from patriotism.
Yeah, well, he'll just eat another foreskin and he'll regain it back.
That's how they maintain their powers. All right, I've had just about enough of him. So we should carry on with the jogger analysis. So these boys did a good in depth on it. Now this is good listening. Now as I said, I didn't want to just do the entire show just playing tedious bits, but
dear God.
We all knew this was coming.
Yeah, you all knew this was coming. But in the interim, while this is up, I'll scrabble around and try and find some of the other stuff I wanted to get.
Typical tricks.
I want to get typical tricks, indeed. No, Talcum X's response was gold. We'll go over that in just a tick, because I don't think they went too much. I don't think they talked about Talcomex at all here on this one. Oh, we do have someone in the Cube entrance room. Let's see if they got a hot take before we roll on with Tedious. Cycle, you're in the Cube.
You're in the cube.
Hello, speak. How are you today?
Just jogging through the cube.
That was perfect. Do you still have that Manhattan wire thing?
Why do I fucking try? Yeah, I do have the Manhattan wire thing. We might pull that up in a tick. But, let's see. We got IRTP. He sent, of course, a YouTube link because everyone knows I love getting bombarded with a million YouTube links. It goes,
Free content!
This is the channel that does the whiteboard lectures. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll just pull it up briefly. If you're wondering why I've got Mother's Day up on a Wikipedia article, it's just because I wanted to see whether Yanks have it on the same day as Australians. Apparently not. When's Mother's Day in Yankland?
I don't know when my mother hates me.
Look at the phone calendar.
Oh,
When is
dear.
it? Oh, tomorrow.
You weren't kidding about in-depth... What's this? A 2.5 hour stream on mushroom hunting.
Yeah, I've never watched any of their streams. I only go straight for the deep dive content. If you search for Chris Chan, you'll get the 101 on it. If you search for Animorphs, you'll get the I Forgive You. That one is gold as well. I couldn't tell you about the quality of any of their streams.
360-degree classroom Sonic Chew 101, The Deep Secrets of Chris Chan. 1 hour and 46 minutes.
Yeah, if you have had no experience with Chris Chan, that is where I would start you off.
Okay, so they've got a category here: PCP University lectures. See, so Sonic Chew 101, a Kristen Weston Chandler lecture, 1 hour 46 minutes. The other one on Chris Chan, 1 hour 46 minutes. 2 hours on some guy called Parkour Dude 91. Okay, this does
How the fuck can you
a 4-hour stream on Animorphs.
Oh, hello.
Animorphs 101, you have no idea what you slept on. 4 fucking hours.
I know, you think it's going to be just some stupid shit about some children's books that you never read, but there's a reason why it's 4 hours.
There's one that's even better here. 4 hours and 50 minutes on One Piece.
Oh, that's not enough time to go over One Piece.
I don't think there's enough time left on my lifespan for me to dedicate for me to even be able to justify dedicating 5 hours of watching a guy dissect One Piece. So sorry. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit, nigga.
Yeah, nobody's going to be interested in every topic that they cover, but there's going to be something in there for everyone.
All right. Prepare your noggins for some jogging.
Okay.
Let me see here. So I think they pretty much go into it around about, I think about the 5 to 10 minute mark. So I'm going to prime it up here.
We're all jogging.
Yes, jog.
Right where I clicked it, Sven goes, "We're all jogging."
Jogging. Anyway.
Oh, Mike's shirt is keying out on the keyframe there. Don't know if you can see, like, transparent Mike. See right through Mike Enoch. Well, lots of people have claimed.
We do see right through Mike.
That's the thing I was going to say. You're fucking cutting off my joke. Don't circumcise my joke. So lots of people have claimed to be able to see right through Mike Enoch, but finally we can.
Oh, sorry.
Well, is he still green screening? I mean, or
yeah, that's how they superimpose the funny backgrounds in, and that's how they can make Alex McNabb to actually be like the mirror that you really wanted to see in Snow White. Imagine Alex McNabb as the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And he like rubs his head and tugs his earlobe, and go, well, you know, I don't really know, like, fairest, it's hard to judge.
Hello.
And it really depends what sort of beauty aesthetics are you going for, really. when it comes to the fairest in the land, I mean, if you took up cycling, you know, you could get a much more firm frame. I mean, you're working good with what you got. Fairest, I don't know.
What's that? You're breaking up. Oh wait, okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the mirror constantly has connectivity issues. Am I the fairest in the land? Oh, I'm gonna get right back to you. I'm gonna restart.
He's just like the GD and P.
She gets angry at the mirror for saying Snow White's the prettiest, and he goes, "Hey, I'm a professional." Did you say that?
Let me unplug the mirror real quick. And
let me unplug the mirror real quick. I'll be right back.
Bronx Blogger says he's reporting your Ko-Fi.
Okay, you go ahead and do that, faggot.
Bronx is such a larper.
I'll just make another one, you dumb son of a bitch.
AIDS is legal.
What the hell am I talking about? Oh.
All right, so it looks like they get into it on the 5-minute mark. So I'm gonna definitely mute myself, and all you non-pay chads in the cube, you're just gonna have to watch off the stream.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about my fellow joggers.
The abject lesson for boomers. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because even it's like rhetorically a good point, even though it's gonna fall upon deaf ears,
statins and holes in the brain and lead. And...
So, a pro Second Amendment protest happened or not even pro Second, like open the government protest with guns happened. We talked about that in Michigan, right? Yeah. Last week. In reaction to this, a black Michigan legislature woman who is extremely anti-gun, she's very anti-gun, she wants to take guns from people.
Yes.
Is escorted is a protest. They're making a statement.
Was she jogging?
No.
To the State House? No.
She had a bunch of joggers.
She had a jogger escort.
They were all jogging.
Yes, a jogger escort to the State House by pro Second Amendment blacks. And she's anti-Second Amendment, and they escorted her because she said, I was afraid of all the white people with guns that they were going to shoot me, which that's a lie. You were not afraid for a second.
I don't understand. Why did they escort her then? What could it possibly have been?
I don't know, because there seems like they're ideologically opposed to each other. So why would they be sticking together?
Very
I don't
strange.
understand what
so fucking weird.
It doesn't
Maybe
make
she
any
was a
sense.
jogger.
Because she's anti. Because again, she's anti. Here's a human being with no other determining characteristics than their ideology that is anti-Second Amendment, and here we have pro-Second Amendment people leading her in an armed protest. It just doesn't make any sense. I can't square this circle. None of this. There's no way that I can make this make any sense because these are people with no defining characteristics other than their ideologies. So I don't get it. It doesn't. I can't process it. How did this happen?
Yeah, they don't share the same.
Sometimes the world is just crazy. Sometimes the world is just crazy.
Yeah. The difference in creed overcome by something else.
Maybe I could get Paul Joseph Watson to explain it to me. I don't know.
I think he's busy.
Maybe I can get
busy,
maybe I can get Paul Joseph Watson to show my account to a Jewish journalist who can then report me to death.
I think Paul Joseph Watson is busy trying to groom. I think what it was is Paul Joseph wants to groom Keith Woods, so he wants him off Twitter, so he's got more time to
Oh.
I mean, this was my suspicion initially because I was like, "Why is this gay man paying so much attention to you?" But anyway, I mean, that guy's gay, right? Am I wrong about that? Like he said he was. He said he's
exciting gay scene in Prague? In Prague.
Getting excited for the vibrant gay scene in Prague.
Getting excited for next vibrant gay scene with Keith Woods.
Don't say that because that sounds like he's like voluntarily a part of it. Like
voluntarily? What's the fun in that? You come along kicking and screaming.
Keith, look.
Enjoy my big fat Zionist AIDS-ridden
Typical
cock.
intolerant left. Intolerant Marxist left.
Marxist?
Yeah, now I'm doing mauling you. Marxist. Molyneux was big against the joggers this yesterday.
Yeah.
He kept
Does he have a
linking-
truth about the joggers video out yet?
What
It's
pisses me
gonna be
off
out-
about joggers?
What pisses me off about joggers?
The truth. The truth about your jogging
Write
suit.
that down, Jamie.
Come on, the truth about your jogging suit. That's a good one too.
What pisses me off about joggers is funnier. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, but he kept like every time somebody was talking about how these guys need to be arrested or go to jail or get strung up, he would link them to like the DA who recused himself. Interesting. The DA recused himself. Interesting. Now the DA had no conflict of interest because he didn't know these guys. He said there's no relationship. I don't know them. And yeah, he recused
I just
himself.
know it's going to be a big shit show, and I don't want to be anywhere near the blast radius.
Interesting how liberals don't do that, though. Jews don't do that. Norman Moon doesn't do that. Right?
So the prosecutor or the DA that didn't press charges has now recused himself so that they can have a white lynching in Georgia.
Well, they were going to do it anyway.
How
right?
black is that grand jury going to be?
I don't.
Actually, it would be more important. It would be more important to have it be as white as possible. I'm sure that.
Well, that's what blacks always complain about. Is that like when this happens, they get white perps that kill blacks get white juries and get off. Which has actually happened quite a bit. You know, relative. Now, when you want to talk about relatively, though, the relative amount of times whites have killed blacks for them. I mean, we all know, right?
Yeah, I saw some jogger tweet. Can you imagine if if two black men gunned down a white jogger, it would be an uproar? I was like, you mean it would be?
Can you imagine if a nigger gunned down a white male lady?
I was just gonna say, like, how many times a day?
Week.
How many times a week do we have? I don't even know.
Week. And this nigger.
We just talked about this last week.
And this, if I'd actually managed to organise things properly, was going to be one of the points where I was going to cut away to something. That I was actually going to pull this up. Now let me just pull the panel on here. Hey, real fast, has anyone got a link to that white mail delivery lady who got shot by that nigger because he didn't get his Trump bucks?
But I know.
Not right offhand, but I do actually remember a story from a couple of years ago about an Australian baseball player that was at college that got gunned down by 3 people doing a gang initiation.
Australia has gangs.
Wait,
no,
he was visiting America. He got shot by a dingo.
Like we the kangaroo niggas over here. Sup, nigga?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Wait, this is not it. Okay.
I can try to score.
Okay, this one just looks like black on black violence. I should have realized this was from last year. No suspect identified in South Carolina mail carrier shooting death. So we got so a black woman delivering mail got shot. No suspects.
Well, I got the white one, but I don't know how many.
What I'm heavily implying there is if there was absolutely no suspects when a black woman got shot in a black neighborhood. Yeah,
Fish and Soil dumped
what do you
story
think
you
happened
talked
there?
about, image and link.
Excellent.
No
Thank
snitching.
you. Here it is. Yeah, that's right. No snitching. Even when it's one of their own. That's actually one of the things which is interesting about it.
Especially when it's
black on black violence very, very rarely gets resolved. Very rarely ends up having any sort of resolution because they just the ultimate thing is never talk to cops. Never ever talk to cops.
Because they're racist.
Yeah, so even when they kill each other, they don't talk.
Well, you could say it's always resolved.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it is always resolved.
In fact, that's where their justice by combat system comes from, right?
Yeah. Well, she lost the fight, so the other one's the winner.
Jack B. Nimble said something absolutely hilarious about Bronx Blogger. He says, women always say their ovaries tingle when they see babies because they want one. So I'm curious if your asshole does the same.
That's disgusting.
Oh.
I know, right? That's gross, but it's hilarious.
I just wish I knew this. I wish I knew this crucial information before. Like the ultimate Bronx disinfectant is a child's happy laughter. He has to flee the scene.
We saw that the other week, didn't we?
I thought gays like children.
Yeah, they do. But they don't like happy children's laughter. They like children crying and begging.
Yeah.
Because every single gay is a pedophile. And that's just the truth.
And was the result of one. So it's fucked, isn't it?
It's how they reproduce.
Yeah.
Any faggot who hasn't raped a kid yet just hasn't had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Given the opportunity, they would. I would pick someone at random off the street to babysit over a gay. All right, shall we play it? This is only a 2-minute video, so wait, that's a 4-minute video. Might as well have a see if there's any highlights here. I'm sure this fine, upstanding member of the community will assure us that race had nothing to do with it.
I think I have those same glasses.
All right, so I'm just going to play this off the stream. You can grab and watch it off the link in images and links if you like. And I'm ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you very much, fucking embedded fucking journal media thing. Of course, I click play and it doesn't go.
Would have been real sad if that happened to my father.
Now at 5 o'clock, a mail carrier shot to death in Indianapolis. Tonight, we're learning about the victim and the ongoing problems she had at the home where this happened.
That's the story right there.
New tonight, the U.S. Postal Service is offering up to a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
Yeah, I want to get straight to News 8's Sierra Hignite, who joins us now live with new details about what exactly happened. Sierra.
Yeah, that's right. Angela Summers.
Wow, standards for reporters is really fucking.
To a teenage daughter.
These are field reporters now.
Official tells me that she was shot and killed outside of a home where
She's
she
a
had
happy
recently
one.
complained about dogs.
That
Angela
makeup's
Summers
fucking
has been a letter
pancaked
carrier
on.
in Indianapolis for almost 2 years.
I met her from day one, and she always had a smile, was engaged, did her job, loved her job.
People that lived on her route say she was always smiling and would often bring treats for the dogs in her neighborhoods.
We've seen her basically every day that we've been living over.
She had to bribe the pit bulls not to attack her. That's the fucking translation.
But on Monday, something happened that no one could have imagined.
No one could have imagined a nigger
From a
nigging.
home that the Postal Service had been having issues with.
There was an issue with the dogs at that
You made
residence,
Joggers Noggin.
and you give 3 letters.
What's
On
the
third
difference?
one, they curtail the mail.
The mail had been blocked from that residence for about 2 weeks, requiring them to pick up their mail instead, according to the local branch of the National Letter Carriers Association.
But being shot by somebody,
It's
because
mail.
they didn't get their mail. No,
It's mail.
I would never think that ever happened.
Neighbor Aaron Oliver says this story hits close to home for him, as his father
Was she
is a
bringing him
letter
a certified
carrier.
I
letter?
know what happened to a mail carrier. I don't want it to happen to my family. You know,
She was bringing the child support
request.
request.
All right, I'm not going to pause
sad that
the fucking news there. So the basic rundown of this is this guy had, well, this nigger had 3 vicious pit bulls. They stopped delivering mail, and so he would have to actually go and pick up the mail himself. But he wanted his Trump bucks.
How did he not get it?
And well, he didn't get his Trump bucks because he had to go to the post office to pick up his Trump bucks due to his vicious dogs that made it impossible to deliver the mail. So let's do a little bit of role play here. You're a 21-year-old nigger.
Oh God.
Anyway, you're a 21-year-old nigger.
Kill
And
me now.
you've been, I know. It's very
You're
difficult.
about to.
It's very difficult to get off the starting block with this one, isn't it?
I'm 21, nigga. Whoa. Okay, what's next?
Oh shit!
You grown.
Where my check at?
All right, we have to get past go on this one. All right. So
Oh shit! What's this 85 mean?
let me try. You're a 21-year-old nigga.
Got my GED at 20.
Is that like 2 plus 1?
All right.
It's just method acting.
Yeah.
I'm really getting into this role, man. Come on.
Where the white women at? I need
All
some
right.
fuck.
Shut
I
up.
need some rape.
Shut up. All right. So your mail has been stopped because of your 3 vicious pit bulls that roam in the front yard, making it impossible for the mail to be delivered. Right?
What? They want some white women too.
You've been informed that there's a stop on your mail, and if you want your mail, you need to go to the post office or do something about your dogs. Okay, so you have this information, and you've known this information for some time, a matter of weeks, right? Are you with me so far? Did this...
Feels like yesterday, nigga.
No. But you're
Where my check? Where my Trump buck?
You want your Trump bucks. Now, you see a white woman delivering the mail walking past your house. You really...
We need rape.
You really want your Trump bucks. So you have two solutions. Okay? The two options present themselves to you.
Rape and rape.
Go to the post office and check to see if your Trump bucks have arrived, or
rape.
Murder white bitch. Yeah.
Or take a handgun outside and confront the white woman about that check that you just know that she must have on her right now. So which option do you think seems the more reasonable one?
Release the pit bulls, nigga.
White woman goes, ah!
Anyway, so the long and the short of this is that he went out there, he demanded that she hand over he check, nigga, immediately.
Shit.
Which she didn't carry on her because they don't give you the mail if it to an address if it's blocked. So you go and demand a check that someone doesn't have.
Well, she wouldn't have had it at all. Yeah.
You get very angry, and then you just blast her on the street in front of your house.
This dumb white woman steal my check. She steal my check.
Now, does this seem more obnoxious per se, and like, you know, does this seem like a more egregious example of interrace violence than, say, someone fleeing the scene of the crime, being confronted by a citizen, and then...
We can't even be jogging out here.
Right, calm down.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Rain, I don't want to be a nigger anymore.
He was just...
I wish more people felt that way.
The structural interior of the construction site, I'll have you know.
Oh, the bit I don't get is why the postal office is offering up to a $50,000 reward for information, seeing as like they basically arrested the guy on site, like he walked outside and blasted her in front of his house. Like, what's what possible further information might need to be required?
I should call up and be like, "Hey, this guy." I should just like read back the news story and send me any money.
Fatty Catty's here.
Oh, great.
Well, you see, there's a red truck.
Show's over.
A white guy that pulled
Wrap it up, team.
The autism in here.
I was the one.
I'm going to have to accelerate my alcohol levels.
I didn't look at that. What's up, Fatty Catty? How are you?
Round butt. Round butt.
You got follow?
No, it's Sakiel. He's only sat in here and like we thought he was mute. And all he's doing is doing round the boat.
Yeah,
what do you want, Sakiel?
Oh, I just wanted to see. So, how many hours till the sport?
Fatty Catty, this is why I actually want to punch you in the face for real. Because I said, "What's going on, Sakiel?" And then Fatty Catty immediately starts talking about something unrelated.
Fatty Catty's like, "I'll talk now."
Oh, I heard what's going on.
Yeah, the bit where I invite someone else to talk, and Fatty Catty immediately goes, "That's my cue."
I didn't hear the Sakiel bit.
No, fair enough.
All right.
Good.
How about you just hear nothing for a little while off your trot? Right, Sakiel.
Oh, nothing. Just being drunk.
Okay.
So I'd pop in.
So you did. Well, you were sitting there in the entrance room. I wanted to see if you had a hot topic,
Yeah.
hot take on the jogging situation.
Nothing hotter than anyone else has had. You know, it's just joggers gonna jog.
Joggers gonna jog, indeed. Right. So this happened. This happened on the 28th of last month. It got local coverage. Local. And there was an incident. After I think this was late Friday. You may have heard about this. A black guy went and shot 2 elderly people at a cemetery, and it only got local news. Have you guys heard this? I only heard about it through social media.
In America. Yeah.
Was he
so
pouring
many
out
of
a
these
40 for one of
stories.
his niggas?
Let's
And,
try.
like,
Let's see what happens if I just type in
fucking
cemetery
dominant
shooting.
America.
Here we are. So, now, what was the particular news agency that I was first looking at? Just a second, Tam. Entertain the chat for a second. I've got to grab my phone.
Okay.
Hello, chat. How may we entertain you today? I guess you should continue your method acting of BNs. Continue.
They would have just told you to show tits, Bond.
Yeah, Paul.
Never.
Show tits
Never.
and sing a song. Come on.
Exactly.
Nope. Nope.
I thought that's what the Discord image was.
Nope,
I'm an
never.
Alabama jogger and I want to be free.
Okay, so I want I'm hoping that the ABC News website comes up on the browser the same way it came up on my phone, because it was the recommended stories were particularly egregious, and if it doesn't come up the same way, image removed. Yeah, this is interesting.
It took me
So this is the
hell to find
ABC
anything local.
this is the ABC News article on it. So this happened just very recently. It's probably a direct result of due to the joggers' idea of how justice is enacted. This is probably directly connected. These people have been killed directly because of the new media frenzy, the Trayvon version 2.0, as did happen with now I do believe that the Trayvon Martin thing and the what was that? Who was that big
Michael
nigger
Brown.
who stole cigars and then got shot by a cop?
Mike Brown, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mike Brown. Due to the media gay ops on that, there were multiple racially motivated murders of white people. Because, nigger sees like, damn whiteys, them hitting niggers. And so they just go on the street, find a whitey and blast him.
In before these were just
Every time the media does this, and they know this, by the way, they are well fucking aware of this. Every time they run these gay ops, a whole bunch of white people get killed. And here's an example.
Well,
So
that's nothing unusual.
Married couple, 85 and 86, shot in Delaware Cemetery, one dead. Yeah, so I believe the woman is still alive.
Damn. I'm surprised.
A
I thought
married
they both were
Maryland
down.
couple in their 80s were the victims of a shooting in a veteran cemetery in Delaware. Wait a minute. Okay, so the man survived then. The wife was pronounced dead at the scene. The husband was taken to hospital and is in critical condition Friday night. The two were at Delaware's Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Bear. Pretty cool name for a town. On Friday morning when they were shot. So actually, while Tedious was discussing the jogger, another fucking jogger at that same time was blowing away the elderly in a cemetery.
This shit's happening constantly.
Yep.
In America.
Well,
It's
and you know
just
why you don't know about it? Because this
Yeah.
didn't make national news.
Because God forbid they tell you how violent
This was local news only. They don't want anyone talking about this while they've got their
I have
their
a whole
thing.
folder full of this shit. It's
No, it goes on and on. It always goes on. And so it just feeds into that whole thing about, the media controls the narrative. The media tells you the story it wants to tell you.
control the coinage in the courts. Let the rebel have the rest.
Anyway, it gets better. So he went and shot these two people. He was pursued by police. A suspect engaged in a shootout with police around noon on Friday. So the manhunt, they spent all morning trying to find him. He was found dead from a gunshot wound a few hours later in a wooded area. So this where the shootout took place.
Died?
Yeah, he died in the shootout.
Okay.
He was shooting it out with the cops and he got shot. Apparently, there must have... the details are sketchy at the moment. If they were exchanging gunfire at noon and then he was found dead at the scene hours later, this would have been one of these things where he was shooting at them from some sort of covered position, and when he stopped shooting back, they waited it out to see if he was just, waiting.
So I take issue with 29-year-old man.
The suspect was identified only as a 29-year-old man, yes, from Middletown, Delaware, but yeah, it's already got out that it's a nigger.
Yeah.
It was not immediately clear whether the suspect shot himself or was hit by police in the earlier exchange of gunfire. Police said no officers were injured in the shooting. Now, some details which are not in the news yet. But
What does it say? An incorrect version of the story earlier stated that the 86-year-old man did what? They died. Okay, it said they both died.
Yeah. Oh, what? So the woman died in hospital. I wouldn't be surprised because these are some more detail. Here are some details they're not mentioning in this news article. He used a hunting rifle. So they're shot with, rifle caliber rounds, and he was all decked up in camo and shit.
The nigger?
Yeah, he went. He was all. Shit. He was. They said it. Apparently, he was wearing like blackout camo or something like that.
Well, that's new.
Yeah. So the dude was all. The guy went full fucking black version of Turner Diaries.
How far was he? Because they can't aim. Right?
Well, seeing as he hit both of them, I'm going to assume. And as he hit both of them and he's black, I'm going to assume 2 meters.
With a hunting rifle.
But yeah, so there.
You know he wasn't aiming.
Well, apparently it was a scoped rifle. So there he is, just like picking off random white people, just sniping white people. Gets pursued by the police, shoots it out with them. Later found dead, and reported in local news. Just local news. They don't want you talking about this. They don't want you distracting from the narrative where we're going to try and make enormous political hay and put 2 innocent white people in jail for life over a justified self-defense shooting where they confronted a violent repeat offender after he committed a crime.
No mention of race in this article.
No mention of race in this article. In fact, you're probably never going to see that incident addressed in the mainstream media again. So that's just those are just a couple of examples. So we've got the male character, the male carrier who gets shot because hey yo, where my trump box at, nigga? Blam blam blam, and dead white lady, and some stupid nigger hears on the news like damn whiteys, they done be killing us Negroes. So the appropriate response is to go and fucking deck yourself out in camo and snipe old people visiting gravestones.
Oh,
would be like Rambo.
That's what they were doing. Is that what they were doing? They're at a grave.
They were literally visiting a war memorial where they got fucking sniped.
You know what's interesting? The DC sniper was also a couple of blacks.
They were
as well.
They were, and they were they were on the black version of Islam or whatever as well. So it wasn't just race war; it was holy war. Yeah, the DC sniper.
Extra ooga booga.
Nice.
Now, notice that. Now, isn't it? Didn't they kill 13 people?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that shit was going on for like.
They had the nation's capital on lockdown for 2 weeks, and not this sort of lockdown where you just got to wear a mask and like stand where they put the tape on the ground. Like, people were fucking terrified because these things, in the heart of the nation's capital, people are just fucking falling over with like a fucking plate-sized exit wound just walking down the street. And it was 2 nicks. Yeah. And who fucking talks about that? How quick did that get buried?
Oh, that got buried immediately once they found out that they were blacks, because the media had been telling us, watch out for like a disenfranchised white.
That's right. It was those neon Nazis. They reckon it's those neon Nazis randomly blowing away rolls dice white people.
The Anthrax poster. Who was that? Did we hear about him?
Wasn't he Egyptian?
No, the Anthrax thing. The Anthrax thing is interesting because it's James Comey was involved in that. He was going so hard against one guy who turned out to be completely innocent of it, that he pushed the guy into suicide. Like, this guy took his own life because he was under such
two gunshots back of the head.
No, he actually killed himself because he was under enormous pressure from the Basically, they were. I think they knew who was sending the anthrax, but they wanted someone they could drag in front of the press, and they were trying to get this guy, and he fucking killed himself.
I've never heard more about the anthrax thing. But,
it's been. I remember hearing a deep dive on it, but it was like 3 years ago, so I've forgotten most of the details. But
3 years after
it looks like the anthrax thing was fake and gay, and the FBI had picked somebody who they thought would be appropriate to drag in front of the nation and like gay op him into being the responsible, and he fucking blew his own head off rather than be the patsy.
Bruce Edwards Ivins. That's the name of the guy.
Rand.
Oh, there you go. What?
Did you see the video of that one guy who blew his head off on live TV?
You're talking about Bud Dwyer, yes.
Yeah.
Now the Bud Dwyer story, you know, we might end up. Lots of people have done it, but we might end up doing a segment on Bud Dwyer one day. He was another guy who was getting absolutely fucking gay-opped by a corrupt government, and like it was one of those ironic twists where he was one of the guys who was like trying to blow the whistle on intensive corruption, and so all the crooked guys get together and fucking pin it all on him. Because that's your reward in real life for exposing corruption. See, the thing about people who are engaged in corruption is they've already got their network. They're already like all wired up and in lockstep with each other. So when someone comes sniffing around trying to point out the corruption, they've already got a conspiracy network already fucking assembled.
Yeah, they got a plan. Yeah.
Yeah, so not like on TV where you know the guy comes in with truth and justice and expose the light. No, in real life, people like Bud Dwyer get fucking railroaded and blow their head off on national TV because they actually tried to stop the thing they were being accused of. Many such cases.
They destroy their lives, pile filth on them, call them pedos, whatever the fuck they have to do. Yeah.
I posted into Images and Links that Jim Goad's covering additional footage of the jogger going through a house for 3 minutes.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, Jim Goad's like,
Now, this is the thing. We started off the stream playing this, and you notice that like they were cutting a lot of shit out of it. Like they're only playing 20 seconds of footage on a loop.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
So thank you, Jim Goad. We'll pull this up in just a second. I just want to play this thing that we got in the chat. Negro News Holocaust. Guess who's at it again, team? I think it's the Black Israelites making Jews cry on the street. It's only It's only 23 seconds. So I'm just gonna play this off the stream.
6 million who the Holocaust. Are you saying the Holocaust is a joke? It's a joke. That's right. That's right. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. The Holocaust is a damn joke. That's right. The Holocaust is a joke. Hitler, yeah, cry, white boy. Heil Hitler. You haven't done nothing. We've been through it. You haven't been through it. 6 million
He gets so upset.
You saying the Holocaust is a joke? It's a joke. That's right.
You can't take my Holocaust.
The Holocaust is a damn joke. That's right. The Holocaust is a joke. Hitler, yeah, cry, white boy. Heil Hitler. You haven't done nothing. We've been through it. You haven't been through it.
That's some good shit. Oh, I can't help but love the Black Israelites.
I love and hate.
I can.
Look, I can't help but love them when they're fucking stitching up a faggot like Halsey.
Yeah.
That was top tier. Fucking 10 out of 10. Thank you, Captain Cesario. And especially if Bronx Blogger is still sniffing around in the chat so he can like hit the report button on a stream that's not going to exist in about 30 minutes. I fucking love that Captain Cesario said, "I ain't debating that faggot. He gay."
10 out of 10.
The Halsey and the Black Israelite debate was basically Halsey pretending not to hear a lot of the things that they were saying about Jews. So it was just like the whole entire time the audience wins.
It was fucking good. Everybody won that except Halsey. All right, so we got a nigger moment because Drexel went and sent this in. He just sent the YouTube link. No, nothing else to read. Thank you, Drexel. I'm really liking Drexel. You know, for all the harsh things I've said about Drexel in the past, about him being a fucking pimp and pulling a Woody Allen on his main whore and being a race hustler and a general fucking hypocrite and piece of shit when he tries to moralize and lecture other people when he's a vile individual. You know, all that said, Drexel's really starting to grow on me with all these donations. All it takes is those shekels. I'll change my opinion, boy.
I hate him, but shekels.
All right, so I'll just drop a nigger moment there in the images and links for you guys to follow along. Let me know when you're ready, and we're all gonna jog together.
I think I can remember this scene verbatim.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, jog.
Watch where you walking, nigga. Hey, what you say, nigga?
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment. Webster defines the nigga moment as a moment when ignorance overwhelms the mind of an otherwise logical Negro male.
What did you say, bitch, nigga? Hey, squeeze it, nigga.
Causing him to act in an illogical,
When does the gun jam?
self-destructive manner, i.e.,
Oh, jam, they just miss.
nigga moments are
It always
unpredictable.
jams because they never clean them.
Hey, wait, man, wait. This is stupid. Hey, you right, dawg. Look,
Yeah,
let's
because
put the
they're
guns away and go on about our business. Freeze!
No, you both died.
But they all end up bad. If they had their own category, nigga moments would be the third leading killer of black men behind pork chops and FEMA. It's a fact.
Fuck out of here.
Now let's see how a nigga moment affects a white man.
Watch where you walking, bitch.
What did you... Wait a minute. I'm white.
Don't you ignore me. This is a perfect
opportunity to throw your life away.
Oh.
Oh, we missed the part where the white guy gets shot.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah, that was not depicted in that cartoon, but yeah, the more realistic version is he just gets shot. Yeah. Which reminds me, this just 7 seconds, so I just can play it on the stream.
Breathe,
nigga!
Breathe,
Breathe!
That's amazing.
Breathe, nigga! Breathe!
That show fucking sucked, though.
Ah, it did.
Yeah.
The show was amazing. Love Boondocks.
It's funny.
Get out of here.
All right, so we've covered that. We've done the mail carrier. We did the Blicks going around doing shootings, all the gay ops. So we're ready to go back to jogging. Let's hear the boys talk a bit more about jogging.
I thought you were going to do
the what?
I thought you were going to do that that news thing, the guy going through the construction site.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Well,
actually,
I'll use that to space that out. We'll play 5 more minutes of the boys, and then we'll do the construction site bit. Because I can't just drop Tedious on you. I can't make you just straight watch Tedious. I need my interstitials. This was the original plan. The original plan was not to just force you to watch an entire hour of TRS. I was going to break it up.
I listened to it. I pirated, but yeah.
Oh well, fuck you then.
I know. Sorry.
Well, you want sympathy from me? Don't play that paywall content. I already stole it.
I didn't see it.
I already went and jogged to the construction site and filled my pockets with TRS behind the wall content.
Yeah, did a little jogging.
Well, let me just pull over with my shotgun and ask you to stop right there.
I'm gonna wrestle you.
I'll wrestle you. A jogger and a wrestler. How athletic.
Got my work boots on. Shit.
That's a shame. Like he was going to take the gold medal out for the USA in the next Olympics.
So maybe drop my hammer.
Maybe the next time the US hosts the Olympics. You know how the host always gets to introduce a new sport?
Do they?
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, next time the Yanks get it, maybe you can bring in... You've got the triathlon, you've got the biathlon, you've got the the decathlon. How about the nigathlon? You've got to commit armed robbery, run down the street with your stolen goods, vault over cars, escape the police, and make it to the porn store to hack your shit in, and then make it to your dealer and smoke crack, and it's timed.
All has to be done with pants halfway down your waist.
It all has to be done with pants halfway down your waist. That's correct.
And
it's one of those Olympic events where there is actually, there like the uniforms have to fit to a certain code, and so we've actually got measured out the pants. And you know how they have those exacting things. You know how sometimes various athletes get disqualified because their uniform is like violating some obscure rule or another. at the very start of it, before they fire the gun. And actually, seeing as the NIG-athlon, the referee actually starts it off by firing a Glock 10 into a neighboring house sideways. The referee starts it not by firing a starter's pistol into the air, but just emptying the entire magazine of a Browning high point, 9mm Browning high point, emptied sideways. Recklessly into a nearby residential unit. That's how that's how the referee starts the race.
Yeah, but it's gonna
so they come out with the measuring tape to make sure that your pants are sagging exactly at an equidistant between your knees and your hips. Now you are allowed to pull your pants up during the race, but the race must start with your pants exactly between your knees and your hips.
What the hell is somebody posting images and links?
I know.
Backed over?
Some bitch from getting run over. Yeah.
So that was an excellent exercise in futility, but I hate to inform you that every athletic event in America is already nigger ball.
Yeah, no shit. I wanted to say during the interstitial.
That's why the only solution for white people now is to exclusively only watch darts and billiards. That will always. I just cannot see. I cannot see the diversity being able to hone in on darts and billiards. Oh, you need like spatial recognition, hand-eye. Yeah.
That's why I said golf.
Actually, I mean they chuck spears. Maybe they could be good at darts. Are there any niggers who play darts? I've never seen a nigger play darts. All right.
Before we start, during the interstitial, have you guys shit on Matt Walsh yet or not?
Oh, he's a fag.
That is not the real Matt Walsh in the chat, by the way.
Well, I know that.
It isn't.
Matt Walsh actually comes up in conversation here. Matt Walsh immediately jumped on the my nigger just be jogging bandwagon.
He still is. He still fucking is.
Of course
it's 7:19 p.m.
And they fucking tear him apart, and they tear him apart for it too. Like they take him apart. It's glorious. We'll get to that bit. All right, Tim. Yes, get it out quick.
Sorry, this guy's a fucking fag. He's making excuses no matter what this guy does.
Look, everyone agrees. Matt Walsh is a fag.
Bronx that way.
Oh well, everyone knows. Now he's proud of being a fag. Matt Walsh wants to pretend he's not. All right, so I'm going to deafen and mute and start playing from the stream. Here we go.
Yeah.
And the press says because his stimulus check was late. As you know, it's because he's a fucking nigger.
Yeah.
He shot that white lady. Mm-hmm. And they don't want to show you that didn't go anywhere, right?
No.
So yes, I can imagine it very fucking well if niggers shot white people.
I don't have to imagine it.
These black people, I actually think they're dumb. Like, there's a lot of people that are doing gay ops. I actually think people that say that shit are just dumb. Yeah. They're just stupid because they don't know anything.
We do gay ops because you have dumb people that can fall for it. No, but it's especially easy on that side.
Blacks are the easiest people in the world to gay up. All you have to do is like.
Why do you think they want to get rid of white people?
Yeah,
you have easier people to gay up. That's the whole thing.
Well, I don't even think they want blacks. I think blacks are non-functional. So you want.
Didn't I just say they don't want white people? Not that they want blacks. Oh God, we got to split hairs about who we can have alliances with and what racial groups go together and which don't. Listen.
We're not having an alliance with anybody. The issues are.
Listen, they're not anti-black. They're just anti-white. And they're not pro-black. They don't want to get in bed with They don't want their daughters marrying.
I am not so naive that I think there's alliances to be made because there aren't. The issue is, do you rhetorically say things to cause problems for your enemies?
No. Oh my God, it hurts.
No, we only let our enemies do that to us.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. We're going to let Jews use black people, use Arabs, use Muslims, use white leftists to attack us, but we're too noble ever to do that back to them.
Yeah. Like they finally did it, right? Like these Jews, they do a string of black perpetrators, obviously guilty of horrible crimes, and they do these gay ops constantly to try to get them off and make it into a shit show and make it into a tragedy. And they're gonna win one here.
Why can't you play by the rule book, Mike?
They don't, and when they lose,
gave us a rule book to play by.
When they lose, they don't give up on it. They still say they say that they don't take the L. They say it was a miscarriage of justice, and now they're like they got one they're going to get.
I got a little bit.
They're going to get a big W on this one, and it's going to suck. And you're going to sit there going, "Well, at least I would never do a thing like this to my enemy."
The lawyer for this dead black's mom or whatever who's doing this, who's pressing.
Is it the guy from the Trayvon? Is it the same guy?
It's the guy who sued me.
Is it Crump or something? Crumble?
Did you not hear what I just said?
Really?
Yeah, the guy that sued you.
Merritt.
Oh, it's the other one.
Lee
Okay.
Merritt.
Lee Merritt. Okay.
Lee Merritt fucking sued me. Now that's
I thought
didn't
Crump
go
sued
anywhere.
you.
He basically submitted on
like the day of
2019 August. Was it April? August 12th?
August 17th.
August
I guess.
12th.
August 12th.
August
2019.
11th, 2019, like a day before the statute of limitations on civil cases for that time period, when it was up, he submitted like a cribbed version of Signs vs. Kessler with my name on it as like a suit, and I didn't even know about it. Like they put an article about it in the Charlottesville paper, so I called the reporter and I was like, "Listen, oh god, I'm talking to a journalist."
Oh no,
I called the reporter and I was like, "Hey, what?" And because he put his number like right there, he's like, it's like Charlottesville Daily Progress Tyler or whatever the fuck his name is. Tyler Hamill, that was his name. So I called him. I was like, "Yo, what's this?" I was like, "Can you send me a copy of the suit?" I don't know if he knew who I was, but anyway. So I looked, and sure enough, I was getting sued by this nigger, and nothing has happened. So
because nigger loggers are stupid.
Because they're dumb and they don't
loggers.
know.
You just call him a logger.
Well, my thing was,
it's a cross between a lawyer and a jogger.
Now here's something fun.
I'm a logger.
Loggers, yes. Lee Merritt is a logger.
Well, they both wear Timberlands, right?
Oh my god.
They love Timberlands.
Does Timberland
They're
make
in
suits?
the Timberlands wearing Timberlands.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this is fun. Here's what's extra funny about that lawsuit. Like I said, one, it was just cribbed. Like literally, there was no original parts to it. It was like shorter than Signs vs. Kessler, but it was just like they took paragraphs out. So I had a thought, and I talked to a guy about it. Doesn't matter who I talked to. Talked to a guy about it, and he was
Lean
like,
that way. The whole microphone is on the big pivoting fucking. There you go.
So I
now they can see Alex's head.
I talked to a guy about it. Like I said, it doesn't matter who this guy was, and he was like, actually, like you should, because you know how when Mueller like indicted those Russians.
Yes.
Russian hackers.
The fake indictments.
Knowing
that they couldn't respond. Or
no, but they did.
Respond.
They
did
showed
respond.
up to fuck. No,
yes,
that's the thing.
That was the job. But the work was they were supposed to.
They were not.
They were not going to
supposed
respond.
So
and
he just
they're
has
going to
the
be
headline: Russian hackers indicted.
like
right?
summary judgment in absentia was going to be the ending of that.
I know. Probably just nothing was going to happen. They just wanted the headline.
Oh, okay.
They just wanted the headline to go with the media blitz, but they showed up, and like the Mueller team was not prepared to prosecute.
Mm-hmm.
So I bandied about the idea of like voluntarily responding to that suit and be like, okay, let's do it. and then actually,
I would have blown my stack if you said that.
No, but the shot was that we would, because I'd already been released from the literally identical suit, that we would make a counterclaim for like malicious prosecution and try and get money out of them.
I mean,
now that's actually some good news there. Yeah, so the lawyer who's pushing. Now I don't know exactly how, like whether he will probably be replaced due to being incompetent. But the lawyer who's currently pushing the jogger as he an innocent boy who did nothing wrong is actually a black lawyer who has been revealed to be completely incompetent.
I didn't catch that the first time. I thought he was just a Jew. So,
well, that's the surprising thing. I would have just assumed that it was a Jew from the start.
Yeah.
But no, the lawyer whose name is at least on the documents for kicking this thing off is a bleak. And not just a bleak, but an incompetent bleak.
Is there any other type?
Well, I saw a picture of the
what Mike's talking about there is, it's the same guy who tried to do a suit to him, but then realized it wasn't going to go anywhere. And while the suit is still on the books, he's never actually actioned it.
Yeah.
So there is a ray of hope here so far for these guys who are getting fucking railroaded by this fake and gay trial by media, that the lawyer who's running it has a track record of being fucking useless. But I expect that he will be pushed aside by competent, this jogger will be pushed aside by competent bikes very, 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 very soon. Especially like this apparently going to involve a grand jury and all that. You may never see the black guy in the courtroom. There's probably going to be a shekel gold black platinum Steenberg fucking walking into the courtroom day one.
Plenty of black guys in courtrooms.
I think the ADL just like supplies all the lawyers, right?
Now I'm getting screamed at to do co-fis. Yes, I am actually doing co-fis. Look, my tactic here is to not just feed you an entire brick of TDS at once. Now, it is going to get pretty good here. They're going to like review the tape in detail and all that sort of good stuff. It's coming up. But I don't want to just feed you a whole brick of TDS while I sit there. We are going to break it up and do stuff like read co-fis, and we're going to watch this jogger just fucking aimlessly shamble around inside a construction site for 3 straight minutes as well. So let me start on them co-fis. Ding 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 ding.
Bring in the shekels.
Ding 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 ding. So first, DF Williams sent $6. Thank you very much, DF Williams. I appreciate my filthy, dirty internet shekels. But he did not leave a message. But thanks, DF. Mr. Sparkles from 11 minutes ago. He says, you keep skipping over our old chat, so now I'll punish you with a YouTube link. You bastard! What if I punished you by not playing it? No. I'll get to it. Oh, god damn it. Another fucking YouTube link. Alright, just a second. This one's from Bronx Blogger. Oh, he wants to be... Oh, I'm happy to play that one, Mr. Sparkles. Bronx Blogger, 6 minutes ago, sends $3. Wow, that's rather cheap of you, Bronx. Says, I've dropped the soap many times, and gives me a YouTube link. I'm sure you have, Bronx. Yeah, I'm rather surprised that you yourself are donating to a ko-fi that you're reporting.
Yeah, we already knew this information. Didn't have to donate to say it.
Drop Soap Nigger, The Boondocks Season 1, Chapter 5. That does look interesting. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And finally, we've got Diaper. Diaper says, Ran, check Twitter DM. Something interesting, ? And he sent $6. Thank you for that. I will check your... Oh, okay. Let me have a look here. Godspeed is Zoom, or Gordo. Corey Barnhill, the pedophile, is apparently continuing his gay ops, unsurprising. Nice website security, Dax Herrera. Yeah, everyone fucking knows Dick's name. I like how they continue to think that was a power word. It was particularly funny when that furry faggot tried it on Jim and Jim didn't even react.
What is the relationship between Zoom and Dick Masterson?
Well, yes. Zoom. The last time I think Dick had any major interaction with Zoom was during the Tonkasaw thing. Remember Zoom was popular at the time because he went and did that whole thing where he rang all the hotels to find that that Tonka hadn't even booked. Like, he'd lied about booking a place, that he'd already booked a place, he was on his way down to Knoxville, whatever. And he went and autistically rung up all the hotels, pretending to be him, and finding out that he'd not actually booked any rooms.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole entire saga.
Now, on the last stream I did a couple of days ago, I was discussing how when the whole thing was going down, just before Zoom got onto Nick's stream. Sorry, I'll just turn the ding off. It's distracting me. Riley was saying, like, Zoom says Zoom's about to get put on Nicky's show. Like, I thought Dick and Zoom were all right, like they didn't have a problem. And I said, oh, just you fucking wait. And he goes, well, Zoom says he only wants to ask him a question. And I said, Zoom never asks one question. And then Zoom went and did the address docs. And I DM'd Riley back and I go, well, you believe me now? And he goes, yeah. Yeah, because there was that little bit of hope. And go, wait, Dick and Zoom are cool, right? Is it? Zoom has literally stabbed every single person he's ever associated with in the back. And
the
he's
thing
about
is
to
that
do it to
doesn't-
Dick, and then he stabs Dick in the back. And I go, see?
This is just more proof he was always just after New Project 2.
Yeah, so look,
Yeah,
first of all, this is all
exactly.
this is all Greek to me. There's anyone who does software engineering or whatever, like or Faust or in the chat, or can anyone explain what the fuck this actually means?
What part? What?
This
He might do
thing. This is
some-
so like Godspeed. Well, first of all, Godspeed claimed yesterday. Oh, sorry, Corey Barnhill, Gordo, child molester, claimed yesterday that he actually worked for Dick and built New Project 2, which seemed to me to be a rather bold claim, seeing as Dick had never mentioned it.
Just something off Cloudflare, which you can't really tell.
But Dick wouldn't mention that though if it were true. I mean, then again, this guy's a pathological liar as well. So
He is a pathological liar, and that's the thing. You literally cannot believe anything Gordo says. So he says, nice website security, Dax Herrera. Oh, did you guys know that Dick's real name is Dax Herrera? Guys. Dick's name, get this right, his real name is not Dick Masterson. His real name is Dax Herrera.
Wait, you mean he's a spec?
He's not even.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not even a white male.
Herrera. Wait, are you telling me he's Mexican?
It's mind blowing, isn't it?
his name is Dax. What kind of fucking name is that?
That's actually pretty cool. Like Dax is a pretty boss name.
For what? A video game character?
Is he not a video game character? He's larger than life.
Yeah, his face is smaller than life.
Well, that's a problem with the rendering. You need to go into the options. Like,
It says Dax is French for leader.
well, in Spanish.
She said French. But...
Well, there you go. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, but anyway, guys, like Dick Masterson ruined forever. His name's Dax Herrera, and he lives in Hollywood. Like this is shocking revelations. All right, nice website security, Dax Herrera. Please hire an actual expert to manage the site. You're no genius developer. You should send me a new contract. But you just claimed yesterday that you built it.
So Zoom built the system without security?
Well, that would actually be something like if you
Zoom
hired.
had admin
No,
inside
if you hired
security,
Zoom, he was claiming that he like built himself into the back end or something, which is why you never hire Zoom to do something for you, because he will absolutely do that. But yeah, so can anyone tell me what the fuck this screenshot means? Because I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I don't really know what it means either, but it doesn't look like...
It looks like a control
there's any-
inspect element of the front end. But
Now, could this literally
I can't
be
really-
something that you could grab off GitHub and then just go and type host newproject2.com into the fucking host protocol?
Or you could just hit Control I and copy paste that.
Oh yeah, just inspect element. It means This means nothing to me because I'm just a grug. Well, I already want to throw a rock at Corey. Now it's just gonna have to be a bigger rock because I'm grug and this means nothing to me. Now let's see. He continues. Oh, of course, because never forget that Corey Barnhill, child molester, is above all the drama. Which is why he goes and tweets 3 times in a row. And Dax, being that your website is currently handling and processing payment data for donations, even though it's going through a processor, you haven't secured this website to the point that it's a PCI complaint and can face fines up to 10,000 USD per transaction until it's fixed. MP2 is also currently running version 5.3.2, which has a vulnerability that allows you to view any privated post simply by changing the dates of upload folders and grab any content out of the folder. He needs to change the content security policy on his site and disable LGBTQ.
Now, if this are real, then Zoom would be committing a federal offense right now.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Zoom breaks the law regularly and never gets charged.
No, he would get charged for this. This is not. No, if this are real, and it's not real, and this is how you know it. Because I don't care what type of Fed you are. I don't care if you're Chris Cantwell or anyone else. You're going to get arrested for this one.
I like how the one response he's got from someone is someone saying the vulnerabilities don't actually look that bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's still... Jesus, he keeps going. So this is blah blah blah. This is all fucking Greek. Hasn't secured this. Hasn't done that. Whatever. Look, first of all, Corey, you lie about everything, and this screenshot is meaningless to most people. And apparently, you'd be committing a felony if you're actually doing what you're saying you're doing. Now, I once again, like, I fucking hate to toot my own horn. I really do hate tooting my own horn. Pond, how much do I hate tooting my own horn?
You hate so much, you have me do it.
Exactly. That's why I don't give myself the head pats.
Yes, I give them to you. Head pat. You are great. You are awesome.
All right, don't lay it on too thick, or fucking Aussie will turn up again. Now,
holy shit.
I said pretty much from the start, like while the drama was still starting to unfold, I said I think the shot it's not about Dick. It's not about Ralph. It's not about Nick. It's not about any of the internet stuff. It's not even about being angry about other people, being popular and having super chats. The real shot is to bring down New Project 2. Now, why bring down New Project 2? Because it is exactly the sort of thing which has been targeted by the FBI, the ACLU, the SPLC, and Antifa itself. It is a money processor which is separate and independent from the regulated money processors. You can get kicked off PayPal if you don't play the game. You can get kicked off Stripe if you don't play the game. You can get demonetized any number of ways by these corporations and systems which are completely in line with Globo Homo. And many people have been completely deplatformed. Richard Spencer, the boys, they can't use MasterCard, they can't use PayPal, they can't access these systems. New Project 2 is a conduit for naughty boys to be financed. It is exactly the thing that the fucking feds want to target. And out comes Zoom, who is a fucking Fed asset, has been outed as a Fed asset, does work with Jared Holt, same as Bronx Blogger. Hi, Bronx. Jared Holt has openly said that it is his mission to go and target exactly these sorts of things. And here's Jared Holt's little Fed bitch coming out against New Project 2 saying, oh, it's this, it's that, it's so poorly coded that it's actually breaking the law. I said it from the start. It's a gay op.
I'm glad he's so horrible at it. It's like obvious in space.
Wait, you can code and break the law? The fuck?
Well, I said it's so poorly coded that it's breaking the law. That's literally what he says here.
Okay.
Your website is currently handling and processing payment data for donations even though it's going through a processor. You haven't secured this website to the point where it's PCI compliant and can face fines of up to $10,000 USD per transaction until it's fixed. This is probably untrue. Like, I don't fucking know anything about this shit.
Believing
but
Gordo
it's coming from fucking Gordo. So I assume it's not true. This is not a statement that's put out to be true. It's not a statement for Dick to read and go, oh shit. This statement is out there so people who are thinking of using New Project 2 read that and go, oh fuck, I don't want to trust my personal information to this. I'm scared. New Project 2, it's compromised. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Fear mongering.
And that's what I said 2 days ago. I said if they can't outright take it down, they will do their best to discredit it.
Fuck is PCI other than the board type?
Well, I mean, I assume Dick would be smart enough to have lawyers go over like compliance for this type of thing. Because
this is why. Well, I think this is why he's going. This is why he's going this route. Because I don't think they can. They can't outright pull it down. This is bullshit. So Zoom is doing what he does, which is like do what he can. I think he was probably told to do this. And if he is as smart as I will at least give him some grudging credit for, he probably said back that I could do my best, but it's going to come off as pretty weak. And he was told to go ahead with it anyway.
I mean, why would Gordo help Dick to secure new Project 2? Like, why?
So he could, well, apparently, so he could give himself admin access and like code that in the back end somewhere. Build a backdoor. You know, which is what the feds do.
Oh, so
That'd be
by
illegal,
coincidence.
That
would
would
it?
be against some contract. Yeah, you can get in trouble with that even if it's in a civil lawsuit right there.
No, you could get in trouble for that.
You-
Corey Barnhill,
Yeah,
pedophile,
exactly.
is not going to get in trouble for that because he works for the people who would arrest him for it.
Yep.
So that was an interesting.
but
that was
still,
an
you're not
interesting little dive into the current state of gay ops. And you know, I was when I was listening to the PCP, maybe I'll just call him PCP instead of PPP. All right, so PCP, he was getting fucking smashed talking to Jim. See, I like how Jim gave him enough rope. Like, for about 40 minutes, just going, huh? Yeah, that's interesting, I'll consider it. And then the worm starts to turn. I did like how, at the very second PCP got some pushback, he immediately called in his offsider. I immediately dove for cover as soon as he got some pushback. And towards the end of it, when both of them were fucking getting, you know, ground and pound by Jim, I typed up 3/4 of a Twitter message and then thought better of it and deleted it. Because what I was going to say was, it seems like this gay op really has died in the launch, and I'm glad that it's fucking dying here and not going to get dragged out for weeks and weeks because they failed so badly to even launch it. Almost finished typing that up, almost pressed enter, and then I thought about it and I go, wait a minute, no. There's no way this is the end of it. This is going to drag out for weeks. It doesn't matter how badly it launched. They're just going to keep slogging away. And
one thing-
it looks like my second thought there was the right thought, because the gay ops have indeed failed to stop.
There's one thing you always got to watch out for if you get Jim's attention. If he's being really nice to you in a stream with you, you are in trouble immediately.
Yeah,
He's not immediate.
if Jim's not like bouncing off you and bantering you, he's setting you up for a big fall.
You need to think of him as like your Korean dad or school teacher.
See, I mean, and it was hilarious that shot he did at Bibble about the D&D thing. But here's the thing, like, he obviously
10 out of 10.
No, he obviously likes Bibble because he just gave it to him straight up.
Yeah, he normally wouldn't say that in advance. He would let it go through, but
No,
he decided to be nice.
Yeah, if he decided to fuck up Bibble, he would have dragged that out. He would have kept it going for weeks. Oh, sorry, buddy. Like 5 minutes before it starts.
Yep.
Sorry, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, I can't make this
Yep.
week. Oh shit. Mum slipped on a banana peel. Got to.
Yep. Exactly. But he was
And
being nice.
then a month later, come back and go, I was never going to show up to your D&D, faggot.
yeah, exactly.
And for comparison, right? Triple P going on Nick's stream couldn't keep it in his pants at all. The whole time he's trying to talk over everybody, yelling at him immediately, trying to dig at him right away. That's how a failure operates.
Yeah, well, Jim was right though. And it was funny how PCP dived at that poison chalice, where Jim goes, "Yeah, I thought you won."
Oh no!
I thought you won, and they go, because you were the most funny, and he was right. PCP acting like a complete faggot was highly entertaining. He did win. He just didn't ask what game he was winning. By Jim's estimation, he won because he was the most amusing to observe.
You got rewind on, so be careful. The bots can still get you.
Say it, Nalsy.
Please take Mike Nolan around the bike sheds and shoot him in the fucking head, please.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, giving you a warning.
Now, see, since Rewind is on, he can find that information out.
Yeah, why don't you go and rewind yourself to about 20 minutes to the start of the show where we specifically address that I'm aware of this.
No, it's the usual. Come in the middle. It's like, what's going on here?
Oh, let me go and check. Oh, what do you know? Mike Nolan, it did not occur to you to send this information to me privately. No, you just went and announced it on the stream. Well done, Nolsey. Another Nolsey moment.
Give us a warning shot while I'm jogging.
Well, let's see. Now we have now, as far as I'm aware, you can.
We're gonna beat the jogger meme into the ground.
It does take about 4 hours for the reports to kick in, so we still have time even with rewind on.
I guess back to ding dings.
The word jogger is about to be banned.
No, we've done the ding dings. I mean, unless there's been a new one that rolled in, we've got the things to play. All right, so we've got a couple of more things to play. Then we're going to get to Mike. So we did get sidetracked by the Gordo thing. But I thought, well, we might as well cover Gordo because it's breaking news. But yeah, that's my take on it. That's the gay op. That's the shot. Everything he's saying here is probably bullshit. And even if it's real, his credibility is zero. And if what he's saying is true, he's breaking the law, but he won't be arrested because he's a fucking fed. Anyway, let's go have a look at this. So we got sent a couple of things. This is a personal favourite of mine. You two may be familiar with this. There it is in images and links. Let me know when you're ready.
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 And in 3, 2, 1,
Not
go!
Jenkins, do you see anything wrong with this picture? A happy Negro. I can't say I do, Major. That's exactly it, Jenkins. That is the problem. Major, what the fuck is your problem? We gotta keep these animals in line! What's this? Welfare?
Daddy, what's your welfare?
Is what keeps us alive.
I see nothing wrong with that.
It did have a sequel. We might do that later. Oh, wait, we'll play the sequel if you send me money. No, don't send me that filthy internet money.
No, send him money.
That's how it works.
Right now.
Send me that money. Oh, I'm grifting. Oh, I'm grifting. Oh, I'm grifting. Oh. All right. Here we go. Drop soap nigger. Ready? I've dropped that in images and links.
Ready.
Oh, I just saw the thumbnail. I have seen this before. Before I was mystified. I was like, what do you mean drop soap? And then I saw the thumbnail. Oh, that scene. All right, ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's out?
Soap drop, nigga. Oh, you think you just gonna leave it down there? No. Huh? We don't waste no motherfucking soap in here. I'm finished. No, nigga. You ain't finished. I've been watching you. You have? You ain't watched behind your ears or nothing.
Drop the soap again?
It's an old classic. Though, do notice, did he wake up next to a white woman? Ah! They got that miscegenation in there.
Yeah,
we don't waste no soap around here. You ain't even wash behind your ears, nigga.
Good one,
the dialogue's top notch. I love that shit. All right.
Hey,
look, we're ready for more tedious. Sorry, it's going to get a lot more tedious in here. I think they're about to start analysing the video footage.
I need another drink.
And here we go.
But then it's like too much.
You can't even get
like,
money. You can't even get money out of one that hits you in the head with a mag light.
No, so we bandied it about, but I was like, "Is this?"
It's just too corrupt.
Is this worth?
It's not for you.
Is this? I was like, "Is this worth the work to do this?" And like, I actually don't think the Charlottesville court system